with a finals berth that has been never seen before.
No, it is incredible. And also, you got to think about the recruit that they brought in. It's Astro that is an OG history maker, the first player and team ever to beat Nigma Galaxy online with NIP. But with all that said and done, we have to wait and see how this one plays out, because it is that grand final. Imperial versus Leonard Cook, and Leonard Cook is on that T side. It's chaotic, and I want to hear it and see it right here, right now.
Taking down every single team before you. Not a map dropped, and now you come up against the Titans. Imperial, who have never lost a final. Flames at 23 will push her back, and that's a way to start off the final. A tap through the smoke onto Melly. 23 stays alive, looking to deny the bomb, but Astro's head a little bit lower than where that spam goes.
Yeah, you got to be careful though. Look at this flash. Leonard Cook are pushing CT. This is chaotic. Jonetta has already rung out with a few kills, but Cat snaps back, and immediately Manashine is thrown into a 1-on-3.
Yeah, you bring chaos in, while Imperial aren't a team that are going to falter in that environment. They'll always be ready to respond, and they will pick up the first round of this grand final.
And it is all about delaying there. It's all about 23 even grabbing that opening kill to start with over on the A bomb site, just denying enough time for these rotates to come in. I like the idea from Leonard Cook, but flashing through your own smoke into CT spawn is a little bit audacious.
Yeah, I mean, it's very much in their playbook though. Like, this is the style of Counter-Strike that they like to pull. They like to catch you off guard by doing these things, like pushing through smokes, like flash plays that you're not expecting. That works against teams like, you know, in a best of one, or teams that aren't, ready for that sort of play. But Imperial are a team that I think they're always able to respond to whatever situation you throw at them.
Yeah, you come for the queens, you best not miss. And we've seen this a lot on Ancient. It's Manashine getting out middle. Tori spotted in Donut, but just falls back immediately. Drops that smoke as a disengage, but Leonard Cook are just going to walk through it.
Hero, well, not hero, okay, but strongest weapon in the round. Astro with the Galil, and Tori doesn't spot anything. This walk through the smoke, the big issue for Leonard Cook is there are so many CTs here. Anna gets the first contact. You're not going to be ready for 23 to be in towards A main. Suspecting it is Astra, but 20 wins the fight. So 3-on-3. Tori spotting out this lurk in middle, running out of bullets. The USB gets it done.
Important kill there in mid, because now this can be a divided attack on this retake for Imperial, but Melly stands tall, and Melly even once more has another go. 23 not involved in the fight just yet. Cat needs to hit this headshot, and she does, and Jonana is now thrown in a really difficult clutch.
You know, it's difficult though at the time. It's ticking, but no, doesn't matter. 20 wins the fight, 2 kills for her. In towards A main, does everything she needs to do. Nice try though with the force spy. They caught the gap and were able to find their way in 1-for-1 onto Anna, but the response from Imperial didn't allow them to get enough done in this post fight.
Yeah, what's interesting is here is that you've gone all together. You've left one player and Rachel on the lurk, completely fine. But when you get into this after plan, it is divide and conquer. You've not had a flash play. Instead, one player's gone Donut, one player's gone Temple, one player's gone A main. It's so individual. And that's what's been getting Leonard Cook through. Fast round on the Tech 9. Tori's dodged the flash.
Yeah, there was a slight timing there where she could have got caught. These Tech 9s are being mauled. This round will be over pretty quickly. That's about expected. Now we'll finally get the full rifles out on both sides. Astra on your screen. She is a player that I've always been a massive fan of. I loved the roster when she was on NIP, and it always felt, I mean, you were with me on this, like that was a team that we thought was going to make finals at some point last year. So many times they got to the qualifying match, couldn't get it done. Astra finally does, but it's not with her old team. It's with this ragtag group of upstarts who are upsetting everybody.
And she's not even IGLing, right? She's just on the AWP. She's the one focused on her crosshair. Focused on crosshairs is what Tori is doing. Instantaneous trades, though. Advantage still with this T side.
Yeah, but they've been a little bit scorched out the gate. Very low. Astra's AWP. Cat just jiggles onto her. And that was your full HP player. Cat might just be good for a multi here. They're all so low. Feels free for Cat, and it is a quad kill for Cat. No weighing in the B.
Yeah, and I'll be real, look, we are seeing some explosive plays come out from Let Her Cook quite early, but if they don't get the opening kill, if these fights don't feel as comfortable as they have been all weekend long, they are starting to struggle a little bit. There was a direction here, going up towards B, but they're so slow about the approach. There's no utility backing up behind them as well. Cat's allowed these fights on a silver platter.
Again, trying a similar set to get this initial contact, and it's a bit of damage onto Anna, but she'll get away. Again, it is just the pistols in this round. Stars in the corner, ready for that play. These rifles standing tall for the most part, although with Stars falling, quick scaling, Cat able to step in and support. They also just don't have the bomb, which is going to be a massive issue.
Yeah, like this is great. You've got the kills, but now you've got to go all the way back in towards spawn.
How does Rachel get another there?
I'm not sure. Manashine 1 on 2. Can get the bomb. Has got time to go towards A. You know you got the information. Both players from Imperial were B. You can stick the digits in. You can grab some money. But then after that, it's going to be tricky.
Yeah, we've got kits on both players. A flashbang as well. Not a smoke. Maybe they can collect one. But time will be in Manashine's favor, at the very least. It's going to take a while for 20 and Anna to get to A. But with Manashine posturing forward, taking the fight to them, yeah, that's unfortunate. I think her best shot would have been to try and play the clock, but obviously didn't expect both players to be barreling through middle like that.
Yeah, even just hiding behind Donut. Maybe try and capture time and let them walk behind. But no, that is not the sort of approach. That's not the methodology or the recipe for Let Her Cook. It's more head-on collisions in towards just anyone. Just take fights, bulldoze your way over. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I think, you know, a reoccurring theme on the desk has been this kind of point that not everyone loves the playstyle of Let Her Cook, and part of it is just because it shouldn't work. And I think what's made it work is that it was unexpected at first.
Yeah.
And in a best of one, it takes a bit of time to adapt. And so they were able to upset in those openers. HSG were unable to adapt. That was their problem. But Imperial, never mind. Let me hold that fort. Because you can try and adapt, but can you adapt to 2 bullets through the dome?
There's Anna, though. Anna is now stuck between 2 angles. A main, she hears the player. She knows one's at Donut, and she picks and chooses her poison. Dangerous fill-in now for Jonanna as Anna creeps further in towards Donut.
Okay, hold up. Scaling into Brokey. You're going to try and fight Anna? You're insane. Anna's got this exact read. This is coming. And she hits the shot. There's that Romanian on Romanian violence. Anna winning out that head-to-head. But for Imperial, this has brought everybody to A. So Rachel and Astra, they're going to find a free B bomb site. Look at the utility they have on this T side. This post plant, if they just get quick on it, it's going to be hard for Imperial to get back in. They're so out of position. I
like that it is contact play, though, from both Astra and Rachel, because now you can smoke over towards CT. You got another one that you can drop forward as well. And that's exactly what they're doing. I think Rachel might even push down in towards the corner to try and play the off angle, but everyone from Imperial isn't rotating that way.
It's completely negated by the way they've approached it. A good smoke into ramp at least will work out a little bit. Rachel's got a Molotov as well. Might not matter with Anna's smoke that she has in hand, but she might be setting that up. Yeah, so they're not going to have one for the bomb. The clock is ticking. Rachel's Molotov becomes all the more potent the longer this takes. She's going to drop it forward into cave. So longer to be used for the denial. Instead, they're going to group up. HE onto the smoke. Time running out. Not finding these Ts. Planted full along. Spamming through. Astra gets the first one. Astra still alive. Still in the corner. Zaz jumps through the smoke. But Let Her Cook will get on the board.
Yeah, and to be fair, look, good approach from Imperial. I think that they navigate the way based on the playstyle of Let Her Cook. We've seen them more often than not try and get aggressive, even in this map, posting beyond the bomb site, trying to go deep and cut off these rotations in spawn. So they're going all together. You feel like it's enough. The utility is down and it's set. But the crossfire is established. It's a great bait and switch. And Let Her Cook are on the board. And that's all off the back of Jonanna's multi in mid.
Yeah, an absurd multi-kill. Zaz not going to allow that to happen this time around, though. Spam through the smoke. Astrona does try and cross, and Tori thorough on the clears in mid. So 2 opening kills go the way of Imperial. The crawl up ramp nets Rachel's success. Anna, again, finding that blow onto her countrywoman. And Astra just try peeking. And again, it's these two. Bomb, that's going to be an issue. 23 can cut this off at the pass. She's accelerating quickly. This is a big fight, and she wins it. Rachel, now known, should be aware that she's present on site. Tori accelerating quickly, and okay, that's going to give Rachel a freebie. Giving her options, but 20 has moved very fast up on the side, and she is not anticipating that.
Yeah, really well played from 23. Just immediate acceleration, actually playing Let Her Cook at their own game. Rachel's now saying, calm down, take a breather. Actually going against all the methodology.
Yeah, and I think this is something with this team that I think we haven't seen yet, but we're going to see it in this final. And it's, what do you do when the pressure's on and things aren't working? Because things have been working for them. They've not really felt like they have to change what they're doing. And so they've been able to ride this momentum, this hype, where they're all hyping each other up, beating each other up. But when the going gets tough, can they get going?
The thing is, look, they all used to play, obviously before it was Gamer Legion, and they used to play this really structured style of CS. They know how to play it, right? It's just been a complete switch up, as you're right. It's all on vibes, it's all on confidence. And sure, there is a little bit of sprinkling of macro in there, but ultimately it has been very much play as how you feel. That's what they've even said in these interviews. They know how to play structured CS. They can rely on that if they need to. It's just whether they want to, because this has been so successful in getting them to the final in the first place.
Yeah. All the players been given so much freedom by Jonana. Sometimes you can be a little too free. Astra's Deagle. Who's looking, and she might be given an opportunity on the Cat, who is very close by, but no, just jiggling the angle. Looking for that head. Not going to be given it. Now the smoke gets deployed. Rachel bursts through and gets that first kill. A gush, a dink on the Zaz. She's feeling pressure and overwhelmed by the pistols. The other CT's very removed. Some deep utility, good spacing in the post plant, and a gun recovered. Melly's got a smoke, can throw that forward. No, just gonna hold on to it. I don't even realize she has it at the moment. Now she does. Goes to cave, so not gonna do too much. Now towards long, a flash forward for 20. She finds both. Massive from her, but Jonana with that recovered rifle still doing work, leaves it to Manashine in the back of the site. Just the Deagle in her hands, she can't connect the shots.
I'll tell you what though, good round from Let Her Cook. They actually grab the bomb, they actually take it with them on their adventures up towards B ramp. They find the openers, they spam, they know that Zaz is really low. And look at how close it gets with the timer. So it's a lot of damage that's been done. It's extra money being built up. You've got the loss bonus as well. So now you can have everything at your disposal. And I think Rachel, her just telling the team just to calm down a little bit. That's also because it feels like Let Her Cook are looking 2, maybe 3 steps ahead in the round when they're not at that point just yet. It feels like they're missing these crucial little intervals before they can even just sort of get into an afterplant in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth highlighting that, I mean, half of these rounds, we've seen a bomb plant. So they are finding success in reaching these sites, but you're right, it's getting into these successful post plants.
It's also the conditioning as well. You've shown you're going to push Sledge, you're going to fight out mid, and this time around, they are contact walking out A. 23 will not be ready for this.
Yeah, not at all. Imperial's making the right move with this many bodies on this side of the map. They're going to take
both.
Okay. Donut smoke goes way too deep. In fact, it might have landed on the roof. They have to re-smoke it. Not going to be too much of an issue. The spray doesn't connect. So we have a 5v5 in the post plant, but Cat finds the first on the lurk.
Look at this again, out through CT. 2 players from Let Her Cook about to try and push, about to try and force the issue. Cat with nades out, but it's Zaz on the spam. They are denying everything. Nothing allowed. There are still trades. It's a 4-on-2. A smoke goes on the bomb, but Astra's still hitting shots on the back of the site. And Manashine comes in with one more. Time ticking down even lower. Manashine finds another, and the adjustment isn't quite there. Imperial, they've done enough. It's going to be an 8th round.
Oh, that one comes so close. Manashine doing her best from the back lines, and that was with that first kill going to Imperial with a late flank through a main. Manashine tries her best to bail them out, gets down to that final fight, but can't win it out against Anna. Not many can. 8-1 Imperial. Again, it's Leathercook getting into these sites, getting the bomb down, but not being able to close.
It's Imperial learning on the fly, but also good game planning here, because they are spamming every single smoke. They're blowing them open. They're not allowing Leathercook to get up to any shenanigans. Straight out mid. But instead, you're going straight into the cross territory. There's an effective trade, and there's acceleration. They're once again in Donut. And when they come out A here, there's going to be no one here.
Yeah, again, you just go as 5 players, and that's been their mantra throughout. You just barrel them down. The 23 sprays them down. Manashine's lurk. This is good. She's not going to be ready for a second player. Cat's able to swing. So the advantage remains for Imperial. Again, another bomb plant to be allowed. Astra doesn't drop any of her utility to Temple. And 20 just walked in. Astra, not at all looking at this angle right now, but the wide swing is perfect. She's low. Still a chance for Imperial. They blow the smoke, can't find any players immediately. Rachel hits one, and it's Anna again called upon, and Anna gets that first. A tap on it. Astra's low, but Astra swings around the corner. And this post plant will find success.
Yeah, it finally feels like Leathercook should be getting one of those rounds over the line. And they are able to. And this time, they just take a step back. They plant the bomb. They actually set themselves up in really good crossfires. They're not trying to force the issue too much. And they let Imperial walk into their waiting arms. Notice how it's Imperial still blowing open these smokes, but still fighting forward. They're the ones that are advancing further in the issue. But that was really close. It's been coming for a while, one of these rounds, but is it too little too late? Because it's always been this T side for Leathercook that has shone, that has stood like head and shoulders above everything else in their game. And 4 against Imperial, at an absolute maximum, at a best case scenario, it still doesn't feel like enough.
With how close these rounds have been, with all these diffusers that have come through, Imperial's money is actually on the brink, so there is actually a pretty compelling case for 4 rounds in this T side, but if you'll let her cook, you really feel like you could have got more out of this. So many of these rounds coming very close. Imperial proving to be impervious. Their attempts. We've just got a tech issue, but resolved shortly, one hopes.
I want to talk about how fast this game has been. We're approaching the end of the first half. We're not even 20 minutes deep, which is just outrageous. Like, it's just actually insane how fast these rounds have been. And it, as you said, it's all with the bomb down, which means the speed of which Leathercook could just get onto these sites is not normal. It certainly goes against the grain.
Yeah, and that's been what they've been doing. They've been going against the grain, and no one's been able to stop them until this point. I guess the thing is, though, the more you keep doing this, the more people are going to clue on to what you're doing. You can forgive the teams on the first day for not being able to respond to that in the best of ones, and obviously with the format, all you have to do is win those 2 best of ones, and you get into that semi. HSG have had such a grind throughout this event, and I think by the time they got to this point, and then going up against a completely different playstyle to what they've been dealing with so far, they weren't able to handle it either. God, came down close on Anubis. But Imperial have all of the composure. Doesn't matter if you get into these bomb sites. They are completely ready for you.
It's also about consistency as well. I mean, you'd compare HSG and Imperial. I mean, that's a really tough comparison to make, but all of these players hold such a high floor. And we've seen notable pressure for HSG throughout this weekend, and there were certain players that just didn't really arrive to the occasion in certain moments. And those are the differences. That's what gets you a semi-final or a grand final spot. Those are the fine margins. We're back into the action. Imperial, 8 rounds to the good. As you mentioned, though, Money still on breaking point. Still chances for Leathercook to give themselves somewhat of a decent foundation.
Astra rocking the Mach 10 didn't necessarily need to.
Yeah, so is Melee.
They're going fast into B, but this is where Imperial have 4 players present. Anna, behind default, gonna swing after a teammate falls. The trades are fast for the T's. They burst into B, knock down the door, and Imperial they're flattened in the process.
Coming into this, I was actually a little bit worried for Let Her Cook, and I wondered if they were going to have the same style, whether they were going to give a little bit more respect to Imperial, and they haven't. And it's these rounds in which they actually just go with one flashbang. It's these rounds in which they look the most deadly, because they're all believing in themselves.
Yeah, Imperial don't want to stick around. You need to just extract yourselves from this, so you've got to buy into the next round. Pat's going to try ninja. No, she's just going to stick around and be a bit of a pain, doing some damage, but that's actually really going to be more of a detriment to them than the other way around. 2 survive, so you get that FAMAS into the next round, but 3 for Let Her Cook. Again, they'll be favored into this final round.
Again, it comes to that question of, will it be enough? And what I've really liked, something that I've not yet mentioned for Imperial that they've been doing really well against Let Her Cook, is the timing of these bait and switches. And there's always been a second player to kind of back up another. We've seen a lot of examples in that in towards Cave. Hang on a sec. Flashbang again. Cat can't deal with her. She's just jumping, completely ignores her. And it means the rest of the players can just clean up. Fast flanks, though.
Yes, the Let Her Cook playstyle. Barreling in, and again, they find 2 entry frags, so it's a 3-on-5 that Imperial have to go for this time. Kit in play. 2 rifles and a pistol to get it done, and Anna with the kit's actually quite removed. So she has to wait for these 2 rifles to get involved, but they're smoked off. They have to force their way through. There's just no way into this round, no way at all. Anna gets 1, but that's all they're going to be allowed. So Let Her Cook. They're going to call back a couple at the tail end to get at least 4 at this half on their map pick.
Friday night, I surrender. Catwalk smile, dance pretender. Friday night, I surrender. Catwalk smile. Dance pretender.
Hold up, where you going? Looking like that, looking so good. What you trying to do? You trying to get in trouble? Should be a crime. Flirting with the devil. Get out the way. making moves.
Here on Lettercook's map pick, Imperial are looking dominant, but what else did you really expect? Cat hasn't even turned the octopus to a frowny face because it's all smiles in the Imperial camp.
Right now, alongside Tori. Now onto the T side they go. And for Lettercook, they've put 4 players on B. So Joan Anna, she's going to have a tough one to deal with. 4 players ready themselves to spring onto her bomb site. Now, if she from this position with the USP goes unchecked, there's definitely a chance for her to get a kill. Maybe 2. But of course, she'll be checked. Anna flies around the corner, gets hers, and bomb to be planted. Smokes down. A very difficult retake.
Yeah, there's no flashbangs to get you in here if you let her cook. You just got to burst through a smoke. We've got to take these fights in towards Temple. Smoke dissipates over at CT. Melee. Oh no.
Yeah, we know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
She's got the
she's gonna
kit.
try and get on the bomb immediately. 5 seconds. Here we go. Melee's holding it. Knives out for 23. But it will be Anna that drops the bomb diffuser immediately. It's chaos. But Imperial thrive within it.
Yeah, Imperial watched the game earlier. They know this is the whole thing that Lettercook are about. And in this sort of retake, they're always going to smoke the bomb, get on it, and then just try and flood the site with players and try and make it as chaotic as possible so they can get those 5 seconds for the defuse. But it doesn't happen this time around. So the pistol will go the way of Imperial, just like the CT round did.
Anna starts pre-fire in that corner before she's even around the corner in the first place.
Yeah, well, I mean, I actually think that's the same pistol we saw from Lettercook on day 1 as well. So
it was. I think it's 3 for 3, exactly the same.
Yeah. It might be their favorite map, but it also means there's going to be some serious tendencies you can study.
And now you understand what's going to happen here. Push after push after push. All these individual fights now taking shape. Joan Anna has said to Heku in interviews that her players have complete freedom. But some of that can be organized chaos, and some of that can be easily read into. I think it's interesting, actually, looking at the way that Imperial have evolved over the last, I guess, 6 months compared from season to season, because they are becoming a lot more structured. They are becoming a lot more disciplined, and they're going up. Right against the complete polar opposite. Joan Anna, Zeus out, but not today.
I like the way she screamed out after that. My reaction exactly when the Zeus doesn't connect. We've never... look, I'm going to bring it up.
Okay.
All right, I don't think we've brought it up on broadcast yet.
Sure.
But a big key difference with Joan Anna on the server here on LAN versus online is that she can't sit with her leg on the table.
True.
Infamously has one of the craziest postures you'll ever see. But we don't get to see it on LAN, so that's... I don't know if that affects her. Something to think about.
Yeah, I mean, I guess not with how she's been playing, right? So I think it's fine. With that being said, this is the most important one. Look at this contact play, by the way. Imperial have just walked into B. There are 4 players on the other side, and Lettercook, they have no idea. Astra gets an inkling, but it's too late.
All right, but you've got a lot of CTs here. You've got 2 in Cave, you've got 1 in Jaguar, and 1 over towards Lane. So you've got bodies everywhere.
You do, but you've also got the CT rotation being held by 23, but Rachel's found the opener. The bomb's not yet planted, and this is spammable.
Yes, gets a little uncomfortable for Imperial. That's not a way to alleviate it. Melee in that crossfire gets a double. Asher catches Cat. And Imperial had the bomb side, but they get nothing done with it. Not a single thing.
Why didn't they plant? I guess they were feeling the pressure. I guess you see...
Well, you haven't seen anybody.
Well, the thing is, you haven't seen anyone on the site, so you anticipate that they'll either be long or they'll be in Cave, but pick one. Just pick somewhere to go. And they just didn't. They just on the site. Asher gets the
Walked
info.
in to Cave and just were mauled by the bears lying in wait.
They're not bears, they're chefs.
Yeah. Fair chef.
You made this thing about, like, drop bears in the green room.
Yeah, well, no one knew what a drop bear was.
No.
It's not irrelevant now. We've got no Australians in this final. I cry every time. Yes, beautiful. They're chasing down Rachel. Melee swings.
This is a really, really weird round of CS. I'm just going to be honest.
Did you expect anything less
No.
coming into this final?
No. No, I didn't.
All right. This is a bit more compelling. With no pistol rounds at all. No second rounds. The chefs are within 5.
Sure.
Are you compelled? Describe your compelled status.
I'm interested.
Okay, intrigued.
I'm curious.
Uh-oh, Manashine. She's curious. Here's them coming. Her flames do not help. That changed the incendiary. Meant there was a big gap. The T's, they're not afraid of it. The smoke is good. Asher's spray, not quite. Can't find the shot she was looking for. But Melly did catch Cat through that smoke.
You know what's weird here is Imperial can just go back to B, because take a look at Zaz. She's now just started to walk up the ramp, and she's going to say, look, it's completely open. We can bring the bomb back over here.
Yeah, they will. Surely. But Anna's also walked all the way into A.
Yeah, but so now you got a decision to make. You either let Zaz be the lurk, or you let Anna be the lurk.
I think with this big gap in middle, and the fact they don't know where the flank is, that sort of thing, they're committing to A. Melly gets another, but Zaz is still that X factor. Rachel's accounting for it. Rachel is prepared for this.
They're going to go back. Because Zaz can just remain here, right, and cut off these rotates as they rotate away from A to B.
Okay.
But you got 30 seconds, so you can't clear everything. You have to be loud at some stage, which means potentially Joanna can hear this.
Yeah, Joanna is the key piece because she has that line up ledge. And if she drops the bomb on its way, the whole round falls apart.
You gotta
15
go.
seconds, 20 needs to run. She needs to sprint, and Joanna's not going to peak in time. So the bomb will make it safely, just about. This is down to the second.
All eyes on Zaz, all eyes on Zaz. As she has found the first kill immediately on Astra. Needs support because Rachel hits the immediate trade. Tori now on the angle. Everyone is swinging here from Imperial.
Joanna, though, she's come up ledge. She's coming from behind. There's so much focus on long, and maybe it doesn't matter. It's a 1v1. And 20 has no idea where Joanna is, but has an idea about it. She's crept through. Doesn't have that kit, but has a little bit of time still. 20's so clued in, so locked in. On the angle, hits the shot, and it's 11 for Imperial.
Yeah, that's huge. Where you haven't seen anyone come back through CT in such a long time, you clear the angle over at Cave, no one's there. 23 knows it has to be a ramp push, it has to be a long wrap. That's amazing from Imperial. There's a lot of indecision there, don't get me wrong, but it all works out in the end.
Yeah, that's a crazy round of Counter-Strike.
And you know what's the biggest difference here in this round from what we've not seen from Let Her Cook just all weekend long? No the mid-round aggression, no looking for information. Because there was initial contact out A, they were so worried Imperial were always going to end there.
Well, the chefs start with a barbecue onto Anna. That's one way to get an opening kill. 20 left limping as well, very low HP, and Let Her Cook take all the control. But not the start Imperial hoped into this round.
Cass got a knife out just in case they come with the smoke.
Is that
No,
No.
it's just plain anti.
with the knife out?
Sure, why not? Another re-smoke. You are draining a lot of resources here. Imperial, we know that they're more than happy just to kind of burn down the clock and go really patiently. Biggest difference here is that Molly went in towards Pocket. Rachel unaffected by it, which means she's going to be unknown. And 23 is not going to clear. It's actually Melly from Shelf that gets the contact anyway.
Okay, yeah, and now with this position, I mean, Manashine just pushed through A main. So I don't think Manashine needs to push any further. You're in a 5v3. She can just pause. You've got 3 players on B. You've got to play a close in middle.
Well, it's fine because now you can go elbow and group together and scale Shelf.
This is fine. You got all the angles locked. Imperial, it'd be a miracle to get this round happening, and Astra with a double makes this even more unlikely. Zaz can't get the kill onto Melly. Let Her Cook bounce back immediately.
Yeah, and there you go. Look, immediate difference from last round to this, where you've got the push immediately coming forward from Manashine in that mid-round. You've got space from Melly being taken out Cave. It's just ensuring that you have all the information, you've got all the clues to piece the round together in the first place.
And that's interesting decision from Imperial. They've decided to force into this round. They're going to Tech 9, rush onto A. Manashine just has the MP9. She got overwhelmed last time, and her support network, it's nil. The closest player is Jonana.
It's far away, right? And that one smoke in mid has kind of kept them at bay a little bit, let her cook. They haven't thrown their deep one in towards B doors. They're only now starting to do it.
That flashbang is so good. But Jonana arrives in time. All the smoke scene going over the top were enough, and a double kill. Anna's low. They've found their way in. A rifle recovered. A re-smoke thrown out.
This is interesting because
That's
you can just
bomb.
wait. Yeah, so you can wait here. You can now crunch and go B.
Oh, that's clever. That's cheeky. And you've still got Anna on A.
You fake the death cam. They're going back to A.
Oh, no way. No,
Oh, no, they're not.
no. Because they've got all the control.
Yeah, and you've still got Anna.
Anna.
Huge.
On the other side of the smoke, she walked through it and just laid in wait. Black Widow Spider.
Oh, hang on.
Jumps out. Astra has arrived and... Okay. Smoke. Cat will run away. So back she goes. Astra's in hot pursuit. Trying to run behind, and they're going to lay up. They're going to double up. That is a nice play, a nice hold, and it gets them map point.
I'll tell you what, Imperial, look, these rounds look really convoluted. They look very confusing. They look like they've got a lot of layers to them. But at the end of the day, versus quite an unstructured team, such as Let Her Cook, that's not me being harsh, but you're going to be confused. You're going to clutter the comms. You've got to remember that, sure, the core of this team did play together quite a lot, but you've got new pieces. You come into this potentially not thinking that you were going to qualify at all. How much practice has there really been? How much layers have you got to their defense? It was always going to be tricky. So the fact that you can just always just create these mid-rounds, create uncertainty, that is what's getting Imperial over the line.
Oh, this is a bit wild through the smoke. Jonana tries to make the play, but not going to be allowed by Zaz. Rachel's just fighting out in the open at the bottom of ramp and surely going to be punished for it. Eventually is. It's messy, but the kills go the way of Imperial. And with all the space taken on A, they can go anywhere they want. Melly and Astra have an impossible task ahead of them. First kill found. And you found a T, walk out through donuts. So now if you're Melly, you're like, okay, well, A's now compromised, but she sticks around. Chops Cat carrying the bomb. There's a chance she could catch the timing.
Look at Zaz, though. Zaz has already walked through, sure.
But look at Astra.
Yeah, Astra's not ready because she's worried about Red Room.
Oh, this is so weird. The timings, and it doesn't work out for Astra. Melly gonna be run down. And Imperial will take the opening map of this grand final.
Yeah, showing different shades and different variations to their style, Imperial. We've shown they can win it with structure. They've now shown they can win it scrappy as well. They go brawl for brawl, biff for biff with Let Her Cook, but on the map pick that Let Her Cook has consistently been able to convert Imperial in here before so many times. And now the pressure. I'll tell you what, if they weren't feeling it, Let Her Cook, certainly they must be now.
Yeah, you talk about playing without pressure, without expectations. Well, once you get to the grand final, everything changes because suddenly it becomes less like a dream and more like a potential reality. But one, Imperial look to deny, and a chance to do it here on Dust2.
Let Her Cook starts CT side as well, which is very interesting because you're letting all the pace go over to Imperial. Fast push in lower, but it's Imperial straight out B, and it's Manashine getting dealt with. Blumps taken out of the defense. It's immaculate from Imperial.
Yeah, double flashes, and it ends both their lives. They barely get to see the people they're trying to shoot at. Astra will get one as she comes through behind, but not quite able to get, there it is. Eventually willed into existence. Astra gets the second kill and a smoke in her face. So no way into this one. Imperial will continue their run of pistol rounds.
And that's dominant, isn't it? That's a fast play off B. Of course, we're talking about unpredictability. Dust2 is the only map where the T side hasn't got fixed spawns. So you can kind of just play off how you're feeling. You can go with the flow where it comes to this. And Imperial can set the pace very early.
Yeah, that's why on some level it is surprising that Let Her Cook didn't choose to start the T side, where they could just get a little crazy with it, try and set that pace. But I suppose when you look back on Ancient, you look at how they played in those two halves, do you feel like the CT side was where they were maybe a little bit more comfortable at times?
They're running, they're sprinting all the way up the guts of the map and fighting towards mid. 23 does get overwhelmed, but Anna is rocking the Glock to have the ore.
Yeah, and I think this is a known thing that Imperial do consistently, and that can get punished pretty easily, but in this case it actually means nothing because she can just drop that AK over and they'll have everything they need regardless. So a quick second round, and quick has been the kind of modus operandi of Lettercook throughout this tournament and throughout this final.
I think Dust2 is an interesting one, especially on that CT side, because what you are going to get is Lettercook go for these unorthodox timings. They're going to go for pushes. They're going to try and take map control. The issue is Imperial can counter this if you just execute round after round after round. You limit test this defense consistently. There is Anna on the AWP, brushed up with the flames. But of course, always good for the opener.
Breeze you like, Rachel slips in and can't get the headshot. Does on the second player. But barely enough damage done, but Joan Anna, that's damage. Anna's low as well. There's a chance. Comes down to this middle fight. 20 wins it. Anna wins hers eventually. Manashine, good kill on the 20. But 1v2, 2 players scathed. Low. And a swing onto Anna. She's lucky to be alive. The Manashine, this reinforces your attempt to go for this. The Flame's going to keep her at bay for a moment. Needs to be careful that doesn't spread onto her and let them know where she's at. Pop over the top. She has to smoke if she wishes to dribble it forward. But Anna doesn't miss.
Yeah, the thing is you can't get too tricky with that. The incendiary misses for Imperial at the end, but it doesn't matter. Manashine's got no kit. So she needs to use the smoke for the bomb to try and get on it and isolate these kills. It's not happening. And I feel like this is what we're going to get out of Imperial. It's going to be very fast. It's going to be a taste of Lettercook's medicine. And it's going to be really difficult. It's directly stolen out the recipe book. You see Highski just holding his little clipboard.
And it's got the long spawn. Oh, it's not going to matter because Lettercook aren't fighting long, so that's slightly disappointing. And also, I guess it's just pistols, so...
Right, Tori's just killed someone through the mid doors.
Oh, wait, my God, this reminds me. Just while we got the pistols, there was this round. It was on Dust2, and I believe it was Tori. She had like an ace clutch. It was like a 1v5 with a Glock, and it was towards long that she got it started. P250, in fact. One of the coolest clips I think we've had on Dust2. So yeah, a map that they're no strangers to dominating on. Now we get the guns out.
Yeah, and now this needs to be the change-up. This needs to be Lettercook actually setting some of this control into motion. Is what's interesting as well is obviously you can approach Dust2 in different ways. You can have set roles or you can play off spawns. And I wonder what Lettercook are going to decide to implement just kind of as this game goes on. Astra has the spawn to peek long. She's going to. Tori going to flash herself forward and is ahead of the incendiary. So much util being traded out. Lettercook trying to go through the smokes, but they're being completely decimated.
Yeah, Zaz with 2. Astra brought low, has the AWP in play, and she might be given that fight. If she'd held that angle, she had a kill onto Anna instead. Anna will win that fight. And this round comes down to Rachel. When it goes Imperial's way, these are such fast rounds.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be par for the course. I feel like this is exactly what they're going to do on TE side. They're going to completely bully Lettercook. They're going to make sure, look, Dust2 has not been in the map pool very long, especially with the changes on CS2. And you can just extremely explode into any one of these sites. You're going to be unprepared. You're going to be unpredictable if you're Imperial. And for Lettercook, if you have no control, if you've got no choice on the timing of these fights, if you're being forced to take them when you're not ready, that's dangerous. And that can spell disaster in this grand final.
Did Anna just hit a shot through the door?
Of course she did.
As well, I believe so.
Oh, I like that smoke. That's really
fun,
cool.
Isn't it?
Let's throw an outside B. It lands towards the top of these stairs in the tunnels. No skyboxes, remember? And here we've got control. Even if it is with the pistols, there's signs of good success here for Lettercook. Difficulty is, Imperial, they know they're on a rough buy. They know the economy states. They're taking these long-range gunfights all the way up long.
Well, they might get a good fight into Cat. I really like the angle she was holding, but Cat's very quick to respond, and she's going to slink away to avoid this potential trade, and ready for Joan Anna as well. Daz gets to practice her aim. Follows the smoke on its descent. Manashine gets one from the middle of the flames, but overwhelmed by the sheer quantity of T players. Fast 6-0 start for Imperial.
I think what's really interesting is when you take a look at Imperial, it's the pacing of the rounds. It's pure contact. You're completely leaving Leto Cook in the dark as 23 just finishes off the round. You're leaving them so heavily in the dark to the point where you're ready to go. Suddenly it's utility and they're already going with it. You don't give Leto Cook any chance to react whatsoever. They get forced straight into the crossfire, straight into the depths of hell, and Dust2 is just dominant.
It really feels like for Leto Cook, Ancient was a must-win. The map pool, a question for this team who we've only got to see play on Ancient Anubis until this point, but Journana gets the spawn for long and will get the opening kill.
I think that's the first time they've got an opening kill.
This is double AWP, by the way. This is a conversation from the desk. We have Journana and Astra, both who have been primary AWPers in the past. However, B is completely open, which is crazy.
Yeah, even in a 3-on-5, it's still very difficult to actually try and retake this. So I'm going to be honest. Look, you've got the mollies that now already littered the site. You've got Rachel on a really long flank. That bomb needs to go down now.
Yeah, and the big issue is it's 3v5, and Anna is part of that 5. And the amount of things I've seen her do from a post plant on the T side, expect the impossible, if it's even required. Utility forward in every direction. Clock ticking, the CTs get ready, the flank in play. Zaz dropping utility forward, a flashbang over the top. She's blind, but she jumps up for 2. Cat gets 1 as well. Anna is fell, but it might not even matter. Cat from back has found 2. Flames will go forward onto her position and deal with her in time. Rachel gets the double, but does she have time? It's gonna come down to the wire. And she gets it. Rachel puts Leto Cook on the board.
Scary when she raises her hand up in celebration and nearly doesn't have it. But even so, that's huge economic damage. Zaz is laughing it off. They've lost the round and they don't care. It's serious financial implications for Leto Cook. And that's a 3-on-5 and it comes right down to a 1-on-2.
Well played by Rachel though. Molotov is perfect to deal with the low HP player. She knows she doesn't even have to swing onto it. Time's ticking, needs to deal with the first player, and it is perfect. But about as close as it gets. And it's not keeping the money good for the chefs. That AWP recovered, but the rest rocking some interesting weapons. Journana drops first. That is a tough angle for Rachel, and she's good for 1 before run down by Zaz. Melly's holding the auto shotgun towards B. This round might hinge on what Astra can achieve in middle. She's spotted, has to fire off a shot and fall back.
That should be a really interesting Dust2 because normally we point to short control. Whichever team has short control, you normally have a say in which way the round's going to go in. This round, it is Mana Shine with control of it. If she pushes around the corner, though, she's already being held. You've got coverage here in this tunnels push. Melly goes straight into Zaz. It's patience and it prevails.
Yeah, and this is kind of what you expect if you're Imperial going against Leto Cook when they're in these sort of positions, that they are going to be looking for this information and start to make the play. So they pause for it, wait for it. Oh, Mana Shine. Oh my god. No chance against Cat in that position. Astra's up, doesn't even get to fire off a shot. I get a chance now. She'd love to hold on to this into the next round.
She won't. Look at lower tunnels. If Cat pushes, she's dead woman walking, and yeah. Will be sealed by Cat. She pounces. Imperial raise the stakes. They've got 7 rounds on the board. 7 is the amount of trophies they would have won in the ESL Impact circuit. Brace for impact. That's always been the slogan of this time here in Dallas. And Leto Cook, it's time for a very potential turbulent ending.
The receiving end of the Imperial special. And yeah, it's an interesting conversation around this team. Obviously, they've been in the grand finals every single time, despite whoever they faced. In the first year, every single time it was Furia. In the second year, every single time was Na'Vi. So at the very least, we're seeing something different this time around. We've got a new contender in the mix. It's not one that anyone expected. In fact, if you were to make a tier list of expectations, this team was not one you thought would make it past the semis, or even to the semis. Yet, here they find themselves in the grand final.
And you know what? It's a really nice storyline, actually, when you think about it, because this gives hope to a lot of teams in the Impact circuit. Anyone can do it. Anyone can be here, inspiring others. That's what ESL Impact is all about. Melly up close by the B doors. Contact play. Look at Tori. Up and over. And it's a Goomba stomp. Melly dealt with immediately. B open.
Yeah, killing from above as she falls. And found a kill as well. This was just the kind of half investment. Astra buys a little bit more into the M4, and Jern Anna has a fun idea. Let's try and get an exit, perhaps. See her pull the knife out immediately. I don't think anyone will be walking into her little trap, but that would be nice. Said she might have to fight with the USP. She's spotted and dealt with.
Back to regularly scheduled programming then, is it, Imperial? Not quite the polish that they had in the last outing in the Season 4 finals. That was a 13-0 on Nuke. At least Cook have done better than that.
Yeah, and it's also crazy that Imperial is here, right, in this final, because Fluxo had them on the ropes. Took map 1 in that semi-final earlier.
7-0 up on Mirage.
7-0 up on Mirage. That one hurts. For any fans of Fluxo, I know there are plenty of them here. And it felt like that was always going to be the biggest challenge for Imperial, Fluxo or Na'Vi. They get past both to get here. Well, avoided Na'Vi.
Oh.
How does that do such a little damage?
Because she fired off the left click twice, and if you miss the first left click, the second one does less damage.
And 9 damage. A butter knife.
Nearly. Butterfly.
Oh!
Bye-bye. Huge opener again from Anna. How many times has Melly fallen victim just to opening deaths in this series? And Anna's not done there. She's annihilating the competition. But Joan Anna's walked through the smoke, and Manashine's here as well. It's a complete turnaround.
Yeah, this is Imperial just thinking they can just own any space they want and walk in for free. Let a Cook respond. Manashine's in a little uncomfy spot. Drops the incendiary forward, and they've got them pinned in lowers. Let a Cook need this round. They need to convert something. This is the best position they've been in a minute.
Stars need to align here for Astra. And they might be given something as well. Look at Manashine, really deep space, just in case Imperial walk back. But instead, it's up short. And if they head A, that is the big gap here in this defense.
Yeah, it's an intentional gap to some degree.
But when do you rotate? When does Manashine make her move towards the long doors? Because you've got 30 seconds left.
When the bomb gets planted, you imagine. And then you've got an AWP retaking as well.
At least you've got utility, right? You've got 2 incendiaries. There's a couple of flashbangs in play.
Yeah, I mean, Zaz has utility too. Once this bomb goes down, she can smoke off an angle. If Molly thrown in towards short, that's going to be the go signal for Let Her Cook. A 2v3 for Zaz and Tori. The new IGL for this squad in Tori, and the new addition in the fragging powerhouse of Zaz. All on their plate. Tori, first kill for her. And now the AWP has to try and trade, and she was not in position. She was ready to set up Joan Anna for that swing. But creeping around the corner, finds her. It's on to Zaz. And she knows exactly where Astra is. A HE forward, Zaz tucks into the corner. Astra drops, and drops straight into Zaz.
That's the experience. That's the round. And Imperial are cracking open holes all over the map on Dust2. It's an old one, but it's a familiar. And it's a friend for Imperial. D2T side has been phenomenal. Really great attempt here, it felt like. Lelica completely cordoned Imperial into the trap of walking in towards short, but they were so late to arrive on that retake. And the flashbang thrown by Astra.
They were just terrified, weren't they?
Yeah.
Now it's fast. Now it's Melly with the auto shotgun spamming left click, gets one. Rachel at the back of the site collects all 3. And that is a lockdown on B. You thought you could abuse this side of the map. Well, you can't get past Rachel this time.
There's your adjustment. It's not just Melly there. Instead, she's got a friend. And now Zaz. We've seen a clutch, but this would have to be something insane. Out of this world. A 1 versus 4, the bomb. Isolated, stuck, in between all of these chefs. And Manashine's even locking out the door of the restaurant. Shadow spotted, kill, not collected. Zaz takes her head instead.
Yeah, she's got no bomb though. There's no chance, not with this HP.
Just don't give her a fight.
Yeah, they don't need to. They can just sit back. They got a smoke that they can deploy. Fionaina can drop that at any point. I think she should just drop it now, yep, because that's going to kill time on this clock. She can sit close to it. Her two teammates can lock down mid. There should be no way for Zaz to make this work, but she can make it costly.
Yeah, exactly. She will give it a go because they can buy Imperial. Remember, this is last round of the first half. Coming up after this, so... Oh, any damage is good damage. She dodges not only the rifler, but also the orb. And now Astra, well, she's going to be cooking. Forced back by the flames, never mind. Astra locks it in, let her cook. Will grab a necessary round.
Yeah, every round's necessary at this point. But yeah, finally the adjustment. Imperial have been abusing B. That's just been every single round, it feels like, has been the emphasis there. You pointed out, short's normally where we see the action, but no. Not really A at all until it comes to a late round when they lose these fights early. But Rachel, what a hold on B.
The thing that was amazing going into this is Newt said Rachel had a 1.93 impact rating. That is off the charts. That is absurd, and we're seeing flashes of it here in the grand final. The thing is, we need a whole lot more from the rest of the squad. Smoke wipe clean. Anna spots Pixels, but it's not Astra falling this time.
A setup there with these flashbangs from short. Joanna goes before them. Still gets that kill. They're forced off the AWP, but might not even matter. Manashine considering it, and you've just had to play a peek from short, so maybe you're not ready for her position. Anna gets one. But Manashine, she can end it all here. Versus hers, can't adjust. Zaz gets away. Can recover the bomb, and look at the space taken out towards long.
Yeah, that's huge. 23's just become initiated off the back of this mid contact. She can smoke herself forward. She can cross Melee, who's had a really rough go of it here on Dust2. Is isolated, and look at this late lurk as well from Cat. She deals with Rachel. And suddenly Melee is left completely to her own devices. Last round of play, she needs to go for it. And it's only trying to prevent double digits for Imperial, and she can't manage it. Zaz makes it so. It's cruise control for the queens of ESL Impact.
Lettercook's first half's defined by one thing and one thing only, and that's the woman on your screen, Rachel. 2 rounds delivered off the back of her, 1v2 and a 3K on the side hold. Now we know the French a bit more from the international menu of this squad if they want to do anything against Imperial.
Yeah, we're looking for Michelin stars, we're looking for maybe even just some chef kiss moments, but currently none of that has been presented on Dust2. Imperial, they picked this and they proved the doubters wrong time in, time out with double digits on their T side. It was a statement piece. And now Lettercook, this pistol, it's necessary.
It's Anna though with the USP at long range. You want to test her? You want to go up against a Titan? Well, you better have some firepower behind that punch because she wants to take these fights. 20 by her side, but Manashine does get the first kill and they're overwhelming. The Glocks doing a lot of work. Rachel with a double. 1 through the air. 20 still on site, still gets one before she goes down. But it leaves it to Kat. Kit in hand. Do you want to give her any chances into this? Because she'll take them. She'll take them willingly. That's a good kill. There's a chance for her. As mentioned, that kit is available. Now you've got Glocks at long range. Kat needs to find these 2 players. She knows that 1 was close by and now knows 2 long. And they're looking to fight for her forward, but she can't quite get these shots onto them. And time is ticking. Jonana's Glock, range 2, and a pistol round for Lettercook.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, a little bit windy on top of the bomb site there, down the streets of Dust2 for everyone involved. And it's those little mishaps that allows the space for the Glocks to get in at close range. And from there, it's destruction.
How gorgeous is Kat's eye makeup. Can I just say the black and green matching the Imperial colors? You weren't going to say it.
No, I wasn't.
Looks gorgeous. Anyway.
Cutie strike.
We've got 3 MAC-10s in the hands of Lettercook. And we're going fast to B. And Imperial, they're weaker this one. They got a flashbang on Tori, which might set up a bit of a quick play. There comes that flash, and here comes Imperial. They're run down. Getting 1, but that's all good. It's just a MAC-10.
Yeah, it's fine. Look, you're farming up money at this point for Lettercook. You're just trying to build and be a little bit more solid. You're trying to make sure you're just getting these rounds over the line. This is the real test, though. This is the difficult one. Imperial, they're going to have all the guns at their disposal. Not sure if there's going to be an AWP out for Anna, but there's a lot of potential here for things to potentially go wrong.
Potential for potential. Let's see.
Yeah.
How many layers there are to it. 5 M4s, and Lettercook can do something that Imperial weren't, which is looking towards long early. Rachel will get that control for free. Imperial prioritizing B, expecting with those MAC-10s kept over that they might have gone fast.
Yeah, I like this. And then what you can do is you can either push tunnels here if you are Cat and 23, or you can wait, you can let the short players take contact and then reset through mid and fight forward. Early preventative utility now being put down from Tori. It's perfect because it's going to force the nade. I thought I was going to do more damage on melee.
Yeah, it really looked like that was going to go straight onto her, and I thought that's a really cool HE lineup.
Good default, though, here from Lettercook, because now they've got the space in mid, they can now fight short.
Yeah, this is a much more standard Dust2 Round. This is what we expected to see in the first half from Imperial, but instead, it's Lettercook showing us kind of the protocols on the T side, but Imperial doing the same, right? You've lost control on A, you take control in towards lowers.
Yeah, this is expected, and you also have got Anna here, who now hears all of this, which means the short play can be sped up. She knows that one player is close on that MAC-10, and it's Melly yet again being the victim of another first casualty.
Yeah, that was never going to go well for her, walking around seeing all those silhouettes. Tori running out of bullets, needs to get back. HT does a lot of damage. Manashine's MAC-10 gets one, a 3 for 3. Cat's still low. Cat's still fragging, another kill for her. 2 rifles still in play for the T side, a flank towards long. That could just end it all, and it looks like it will. Zaz and Tori with 2. And that's 11 for Imperial.
Yeah, the thing is, you can't play a standardized round against Imperial because they've got all the procedures, they've got the protocols, and that round is absolutely perfect and textbook from that squad. And it's Anna that is just getting all of this information. She's drip feeding all the intel to the players that have now walked through lowers. It's the perfect time for them to come around the corner on short.
Very nice retake from Imperial when it looked like Lettercook were in a good position to get it done. So worried about short. Now long flank comes through. Still have another buy thanks to the bomb plant, but it's rifles on both sides. And this time there's a bit more of a fight towards long. Anna will drop the incendiary and scale quickly, so Lettercook don't want to challenge that this time. instead, they will prioritize this short control.
And to be fair, they were able to get it for free. It was only when the resistance came in from middle where the Imperial were actually finding those kills. It's actually a really passive setup, and it's all off the back of this utility. That's really nice. It's not doing too much damage, but it is keeping Leathercook at bay, and it allows Ana to rotate over from long to ramp.
It's 2-on-2 lane, don't you, from Imperial?
Pushing tunnels is everything here. That can define the round potentially. Cat on melee.
Oh, just walked into the Molotov, doing her best Nexer impression. And Melly wins out that fight. Cat overextends. Now there is still Zaz there, and she'll be rooted here because of this kill.
She will, but look, you've got all of long. You've got Ana that's already on A, and potentially got quick rotates, but Imperial actually split the difference.
Ana doesn't spot them. Now she's going to arrive, and Rachel domes her. And that's A.
And that's a save. You can't go for this. You're so far away from the fight. Sure, you're up 11-4, but you've got no money in your piggy banks.
That's actually a really nice round from Leathercook, the way they play that out. The patience, just taking control slowly, not overextending until they get that first kill. And they just walk out as a unit, contact into A, punish Ana, and that's the round.
Yeah, it's very simple CS, but it works really effectively. And again, that's what the desk was highlighting. It's about getting your fundamentals right.
And that's what Dust2 is, right?
Yeah.
It is simple CS. And this was kind of why that veto they mentioned at the start, just going into this game before even the play started, was that the veto actually doesn't feel that bad for Leathercook because of the puggy nature of these maps, because of the simplicity of it. Zaz be allowed to hold on. Yes.
Wow.
She'll make sure she does. That's her 20th kill right there.
Of course, Zaz was never going to feel any stage pressure, was she?
Yeah, and what an amazing story for Zaz. Like, wow, what a journey for her, right? Okay, so she leaves the scene at the complete height of it with Juliano. They go to the other game when CS is in the trenches before ESL Impact revived the entire women's circuit. Saw all the fun we were having, decided to come back. And on her first LAN appearance in the grand finals, 2 rounds away from lifting a trophy.
Feels like fate, doesn't it?
And she's been the best performer, it feels, just throughout this entire season and in this finals.
And whilst she wasn't on the same team, she was with Giuliano here in Dallas.
Yeah, I guess there's a bit of sweetness to that, isn't there? But, you know, if anything, that's just going to fuel Giuliano for the future. And that's a rivalry I want to keep an eye on.
Mid to B, no smoke here, double nades thrown in from Tori. And the incendiary is once again keeping Leathercook back. The flashbangs are great, but Tori can't capitalize.
Yeah, just pushes through. Zaz with the M4 retreats into the site. Nice little angle for her. Between her and Kat, these are the 2 rifles, and both of them have dropped. And that should be the round right there and then. 23, not anywhere nearby. Ana's got a scout, so she can't get involved.
Yeah, she can't even push mid and try and go for one of these kills, because the initial fight came over at B. That's where the entry was found. So Ana's just going to have to tuck tail and hide. Same 2 with 23. Leathercook are performing. They are delivering. They are not done with their journey in Dallas at the moment. And look, we always knew Dust2 was going to be T-sided. The question more for me was that mental resilience of Leathercook.
Yes.
Once you go down 10-2, how do you try and recover from this? But so far, they're doing a great job.
And it comes back to the question, and maybe this is something they'll talk about in the post-game, depending how this goes, that why didn't you just start on the T side?
True.
I guess on some level, maybe you just want to get away, get the hard half over and done with.
Yeah, maybe you feel more confident if you're able to get like 4 or 5 rounds on the CT side of Dust2.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the hard work's behind you, and you can fall back on what you know. But in the finals, you don't really want to be playing from behind.
Little heart attacks, but it's all good.
It's all good.
Currently, the restaurant is still open for business.
Ana. Jumping for info. Yeah, you found it.
And Tori once more nades out, guns, and battle lines drawn. Tori tears them open. Astra will reply onto Ana. That feels like a consolation.
Astra?
She's laughing about it.
Feeling a little bit nervy. Tori's not going to overextend. She can just stay on this elevated angle, and if they do walk this direction, she's got them covered and allows this reinforcement on A.
Yeah, as soon as the contact's taken by the A players, that's where she'll start to make her move. So it feels like Lena Cook are completely trapped right now. 1 minute left. You have got utility. It's one smoked across long, which is now a thing.
Yeah, and the good news is you don't have to worry about an AWP. That's been removed.
There's so many angles to clear, though, isn't there?
And look at the way they're playing. Tucked behind the side. That feels deadly for 20. Zaz in the open. She might be able to be dealt with. There's definitely a world. Maybe not. She is the one that deals.
Zaz zaps them out the server. And suddenly, you've got plenty of tournament points to play with if you're Imperial.
Oh
And they know how to put all of their hands on the trophy. That's a ridiculous edge.
God! Anna's done. She wants that 7th trophy.
7th trophy.
Outrageous, isn't it? 6 chances to close. Cat spots the AWP. And again, 2 players supporting, and one is Zaz, who's been impossible to deal with. Oh, he's pushing through smokes. Oh, Rihanna is on the other side. I've seen this one before. Who spots who? Oh my God, they're next to each other. Jonana will win it.
But
Tag, not a kill.
It's nervy. It really is. And now a smoke thrown in from Tori completely blocks out short. She's just going to get close to it. The flashbang, though, it's great. Manashine finds the opener. Onto A, at least.
Anna's charging in. Oh, no, she's run down. That smoke did not go where she hoped. Didn't block off the coverage. Cat's alone. She should be going down momentarily. You feel player goes into CT spawn. One coming in short. Even saving might be impossible for Cat at this stage. Jonana's got the freakiest angle. Okay, hold up. Do you want to give Cat this opportunity?
No.
Because there's time on the clock. Asha's just got the Tech 9. That kill has enticed her in. And this would be a brutal way for it all to end. Damage on the Manashine. The HG dodged. Cat's got a smoke. Cat's got a molly. Can she just ninja this right in front of them? A first kill is hers. But time's not here. Surely not. Surely there's no way. This should be denied. I don't even know if there's time. And there's not. There's not. And another sigh of relief as Lena Cook remain alive.
But that's so expensive, though. They've just lost every single player. That was a 1-on-4. And it's individual fight after individual fight. They just want the round to be over. They want to go next. And they can't. It's going to be so difficult. You already thought this was going to be an uphill battle. Now it feels like climbing Everest.
Oh dear. I think the good news is that the money for Imperial, they bought into that round, and I don't think they're going to have the best investment into this, so it might not matter so much that they lost everything. See where it sits as they take 30 seconds. That one got a little scary. The dink, and I can understand now, right? Because the dink happens and you feel, okay, it's just one bullet that we need, but it's through the door. Doesn't do as much as you maybe hope. Gets costly. Okay, never mind. I was talking out my butt. 3 players able to get very convincing buys.
Oh no, don't
don't do it again.
No, please don't give her the same fight.
I think she saw her.
Yeah,
Alright,
she's locked in.
Yeah, how do you get out of here?
You don't. Okay.
Ooh.
It's the same round, though. It's exactly the same round. Needs to be cleared. Zaz does a lot of damage to Manashine, but at least mid is opened up. But look at the acceleration from 23 and Tori. The trade's there immediately.
All of the T's are at long. That's the only space they have. The good news is it's open. The smoke will block Anna's vision across. Oh, no, it doesn't. There's a big gap. And so, a little bit of damage done. A 4v4. And Imperial have a chance right now. A hit on Anna. Smokes, flashes. The tools are here. Nothing for the defense. Just their rifles. That's all they have to keep their dreams alive. Anna trying to lock in the goose angle. Misses her shot on the swing. They're not finding these kills. Astra gets 120 with a kill back. Anna's still just trying to hold in this goose angle, but it's not being given to her. So it leaves 20 to clear. She runs out of bullets. And let her kill. Cook will stay alive. Anna with 1. She goes to save that AWP.
Yeah, let her cook, but also let her kill, right? Really good after plant there, because this one is the complete polar opposite of what happened in that 1-on-4. They are playing patient. They are playing very far back as well. You get the information out long. Goose player never swings. You got the player on ramp as well. They can take that first contact. Perfect crossfires. And they've even got the presence of mind to hold that flank. They're staying alive. They're doing it round by round. It's still a long way to even potentially lock in overtime. Imperial won't be worried about that for a moment.
All right, open pistols. Letter Cook just needed more on that CT side. Imagine if they got in 4 rounds. Just the 2 to work with. Anna knows she needs to be the one that finds the opening kill, and she might be given it. Oh, so close. Melly, lucky to be alive.
Ooh, the Deagle fires off as well, but Tori heads, it's taken off her shoulders. 23 now just walked into the space, but Manashine punishes. It all should be okay now. The AWP removed from the equation. I say that, but Cat has hit another Deagle shot. Anna will go and save. And if you're Cat, you just try your best to see what you can do.
Yeah, and Letica can't over-invest into this hunt. Melly tries to swing onto the angle, but that's all, surely all they can really put at it.
And now Kat can go and get that gun. So that's an AK that can be picked up. She'll just grab the gun and then fall all the way back. And Anna's going to be holding the line the entire time. So even if Joan Anna just walks in here, it's still going to be dangerous.
Yeah, I suspect she won't at this stage. Looks like she's just going to hold. I know she's going to walk forward. She might get this kill on Kat, who's jiggling for lowers. No, okay. So they'll hold on to these 2 weapons. 9 rounds, full let her cook. 3 needed for overtime.
And now the belief gets re-injected back into Let Her Cook. It felt like they were down and out. We've already seen huge comebacks here all over this weekend. To do it right here on the biggest stage against Imperial, the undisputed champions of ESL Impact. Could that be a possibility? Could that be a moment to remember? It certainly would be if they could achieve it. 3 rounds now the difference, but still 3 rounds of perfect Counter-Strike needed.
It's championship point with everything Imperial need. That up on Anna, and it's just been Anna. Astra not rocking it on this T side. Anna gets free reign on what she wants to do. No early spawn, so instead going to be supporting her players long. 20. Fast Pit is able to get across. They've spotted her on it. And the smoke on the corner, surely they're going to run her down. No, Tori tries to swing in support, and 20 is now under pressure. Utility thrown forward onto her, and that's 2 nice opening kills for Let Her Cook.
Yeah, but Anna's now worried about short, so she needs to take this space completely away. Information will be there. Anna's tunnels has been taken. Anna, if she finds a single kill, you can give this a go potentially, if you're Imperial. Peek up. But the shot doesn't land, and now you've even got Manashine wrapping in from mid. This AWP can be denied, and it will be.
That's huge. Cat does have a lot of money, so you don't doubt that a future AWP will be in play. That's a pretty simple round from Let Her Cook that works out really well, right? The corner smoke, the flashbangs are all really good. They spot 20 on the cross in towards Pit, and they just don't worry about it initially. Yeah. They know that there's going to be a second player trying to play around the smoke to bail her out, and they focus on Tori instead.
It was really good target selection. Weapons don't get denied. That's everything, because now you can flirt with the idea of maybe investing into this follow-up round because you're going to have the full loss bonus, because Cat will be on about 6k. Can be an AWP dropped, or it can be 2 rifles.
Well, 20 can buy by herself, so an AWP can be
yeah.
dropped. Yeah, you've got a really nice buy into this next round. In fact, everyone does live. But the fairy tale stays alive. closer and closer. We edge to that overtime.
Yeah, the clock hasn't struck midnight yet in Dallas. So there is still time potentially for Let Her Cook to force this third map or force even the chance of getting there in the first place.
Double up on the T side. That is insane. It fires off on one side. You're not ready for the second. So it gets you an opening kill, but what do you do now?
It's going to be difficult to kind of make this into a bit more of a mid-round here. The smokes are going to keep Let Her Cook at bay. And what we've seen previously is Imperial have fought through the double doors in towards lower, in towards short. Instead, they're just going to gamble rotate over towards B.
Bomb does sit outside of B. We feel that if they deal with Anna, they'll just collect that and take the bomb long. It might even be the play. Oh, Anna misses the shot. That's an opportunity to capitalize. She has to fall back to CT. That's all the space on A. And they take it quickly. Managed to extend. You've got Rachel out long. The bomb can group up. And if you're Imperial, you got a decision to make. Oh no, the bomb. If it goes through short, it could still fall apart, but I think she's going to get ahead of it.
No.
No, she's in trouble. It's been dropped. No support to help her out. Not like this. This is not the way you want it to end. After everything you have done so far, losing the bomb in mid and Imperial swarm. They pounce on this position. You've lost your long leg. You have to pick up this bomb from the smoke. Zaz sits on the other side. It's going to fade and she's going to end their dreams. It falls apart like this. A whimper in the final round. The bomb lost and Imperial do it. 7 times your champion. No one can stop them.
And we said it needs to be perfect. It needed to be that round. You've got space out long. Why does the bomb commit through middle? That's a disaster, but Imperial will take it all day long. They will punish every single mistake. They are superior, and they are undeniable.